What is up, guys, and welcome back to Seventh Haven. I'm here with a brand new video on 10 reasons to play New World MMO, and I would say preferably at launch. But let's get straight into the reasons, and reason number one is that it is the first game by Amazon Studios. I think this is pretty big, and I put it number one on my list. One, they've been working on this game for the last 6 years straight, and Amazon probably has the biggest budget in the whole country. And I really think they're going to do an amazing job with this game. I did play the closed beta and I am in love with it. Also, I am glad Amazon is doing it because if you know Amazon, you know that they deal with packaging, you know that they deal with customers 24/7. With that being said, I just feel like they're really going to listen to the players like me and you and make this game great. And I'm very excited to see where this goes. Jumping off into number two, it is newly available everywhere, and with that being said, it's also wiping. So right when this game comes out, everything is going to be fresh, level 1, everybody's going to start out at the same time. And I want to give an example of a recent MMO that I bought, which was Sword of Legends. It was very fun, but it did come out in China first, so you know they were already done with the game or at end game, you know, and Amazon is going to release this game all over the world all at the same time. And I think that's very important. Now for number three. It is a new feeling to MMOs and it is very fun in my opinion. And by a new feeling, I have another point in this, my 10 reasons that you'll see what I'm talking about. But trust me, I played the closed beta and I haven't felt this type of MMO in a while, and it really is just so much fun. 10 out of 10 I would recommend. Like I said, cannot wait for launch. I already have it pre-ordered. Number 4, the PvE material and the in-game bosses. So you unlock your first dungeon at like level 25 I think, and in these dungeons you actually need to go back to the original MMO style, which is like tank, healer, DPS. You need those 3 for each dungeon or you're going to find yourself having a lot of trouble. I love how they did that, and these dungeons are really hard. Like, they're not easy, and every single time there's different loot. There's even different bosses. There's even different AI that can choose to help you or harm you, and I think this is really cool. It's very good implemented, and I think you will very much enjoy the PvE. I know I will, and I cannot wait on it. Number 5 is going to be the PvP material, and I would like to mention faction wars with this one too. So I've heard this game is going to be very focused on PvP. Obviously the PvE is going to be there and be phenomenal, but the PvP is going to be a lot of fun. The territory wars, so pretty much they have 3 factions. You pick a faction and you can own an area in the map, and other factions can come and try and war you for that area, and I think that's very cool. I think they have a 20-on-20 game mode if I'm not mistaken. They have the all-out siege where you're trying to take someone's base and stuff like that. I think the PvP is going to be phenomenal in this game. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I cannot wait till I get in game and I can participate in this sort of stuff. So number 6 is that each server is different and owned by territories by factions. So pretty much like just because you're on the main server and Covenant owns most of it, well, it's not like that on every single server. That's why you definitely want to be wary of what server you do pick when you do decide to play, because each server is different. Make sure if you're playing with friends that y'all join on the same server, because if not, you cannot switch your character to another server. So please keep that in mind. And like I said, just because Covenant, or I can't think of the other 2 right now, just because Covenant owns everything on one server does not mean it's going to be like that for every server. So please take careful consideration before you just blindly pick a server, because it actually matters a lot more. Now with that being said, you can have a character per server if I'm not mistaken, and multiple characters per server. But if you have one character on a server, it is bound to that server. So make sure you want to play on that server before you make any final decisions or get too far off into the game to where you can't go back. Alright, now jumping straight into number 7, and this is personally one of my favorite. I cannot stress this enough, and y'all might not think this is that big, but I think it's huge. The price is only $40. You pay $40 and you have the game forever. It's not subscription based. The reason why I didn't even play World of Warcraft that much was honestly because it was subscription based, and sometimes I fall in and out on games, so I could grind it for a month or even a week and then not play the next 3 weeks or the next month. You know what I'm saying? This game, you pay the $40 and it's yours. It's like that for everybody, and I think this is actually very big because Amazon could have definitely made it a subscription based game because of how good it is and just everything, and they definitely could have got more money, and I'm glad that they made it a standard 40, and it actually makes me respect this game a lot more that they didn't do that. Okay, now jumping into number 8. This is what I was talking about when I said the new feeling to an MMO. Number 8 is an action combat game. So like in this game, it's not tab targeted based. You have to aim your auto attacks, you have to aim your abilities, you have to aim everything. You have to hit everything by yourself. It kind of reminds me of like a Dark Souls feel almost. And I am a huge fan of Dark Souls. That's actually one of my favorite gaming series. And I think it's so cool how they did that. It makes it a lot more fun, it makes it a lot more interactive, and it makes it a lot more satisfying when you actually, are playing PvP and hitting all your skills compared to them, you're dodging all their skills, stuff like that. I'm actually glad that they did that. It makes it a lot more interesting in my opinion. I actually have a lot more fun playing a system like this instead of tab targeting, and that is another reason why it's almost like a new feeling to an MMO and why I actually love this game so much after playing the closed beta. So jumping into number 9, I actually really like this too. This is what I was talking about, Amazon, only $40, listening to their community. They already said, this is number 9, that it will not be pay to win. They are not adding any pay to win type stuff, and that's good for people who actually grind the game, because you can grind the game just to lose to someone who has a big wallet. Well, that's not like this in this game. They said, all the developers, that they are not going to make this pay to win at all, and I really like that. And finally, number 10, I'm going to brush on this briefly. There are no classes in the game, so you don't pick a class starting out. It goes based on the armor you wear and the weapons you level up. I actually really like that, because if you know any MMO, they always have a class system. I think it's really cool that they let you go your own way. No class has certain buffs or anything like that, but there are armor sets and weapons and stuff like that. If you get the game and play, you'll see what I mean, but I actually am really happy that they did that, and I think it's really cool. And the last thing that's part of number 10 is the weight system. I think the weight system is really cool because I've always liked a light, move fast, deal more damage type build. I've never been a tank player. And the way the weight system works is if you have a low armor weight is what they call it, your dodge is faster and you deal 10% more damage. If you have a medium weight, your dodge is normal and you don't get no damage reduction or buff. And if you have a heavy armor set, you get damage reduction, I believe, and your roll is slower. That is it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Overall, I would highly recommend actually getting New World at launch. It is going to be a phenomenal game. I played the closed beta. It is so much fun. Also, be sure to like and subscribe. It helps us out more than you would think, and we will be producing a lot more New World content in the future. Thank you guys for stopping by again. This is 7th Haven. Alright.